Do you know what it is that it was showing?
Well, I just said it. I just looked at it and saw sheep.
Yeah.
So people as sheep, and it said do what you're told. It didn't take me too long to work that out.
But we're showing just the meat, dairy, and egg industries,
Right.
as well as the wool industry, leather industry, just how animals are treated and what happens to them when they're killed and everything. And what does it make you feel when you see animals being treated this way?
I hate it. Every time I see anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I do eat meat.
Right.
Not a lot of meat. I'm not an avaricious meat eater. I'm both. But every time I see something like that, I'm like, I really don't think I should be doing this. I've stopped eating a lot of pork, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. And the pork industry in the UK is particularly horrible.
Yeah, I don't really do that. But.
And do you think it's a bit hypocritical that if you see this and you don't like to watch it, but you still have meat and dairy? Yeah,
massively hypocritical. That is life, unfortunately.
Well, in a sense, yes, in some things, but the beauty of living in 2023 is we now have choices.
Yeah, you have choices.
And we don't have to consume meat anymore.
We don't have to. There will probably come a time when I probably don't eat any meat.
Amazing.
I mean, gradually whittled it down over the years.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's a bit like Extinction Rebellion. It's like, that is rife with hypocrisy, despite being a really good intention.
Yeah.
They get there on a car, they're using electricity to do it. Everything, they're using a smartphone to, every little step of the way, in some way, is linked to the things that you're saying are bad.
Absolutely.
So there's no escape from it.
No,
you just have to make small choices,
Right.
I think.
Absolutely. But what we do know is that when we eat meat, dairy, and eggs, there is an animal that has died. Because
I think
of
meat's
course,
bad. I do think it's bad.
That's what's happened.
I'm not in favour. I think it's horrible.
Yeah.
When I was at school, I did my biology thing. I did it on vivisection.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I'm still not a vegetarian.
Yeah.
But I did that. That was back in the 80s.
So if you know then what goes on in these industries is cruel, and you've seen this stuff before, and you've been thinking about this topic since the 1980s, what is stopping you in your life from maybe taking that step and going vegan?
Convenience.
Yeah? And do you think that convenience...
And taste. You can't beat the taste of a nice steak, and that's terrible. But.
I've whittled it down to chicken. I don't really eat...
Yeah.
I don't eat pork, really.
Yeah.
Massively, occasionally. But it's just...
And what do you think is worth more, the 15 minutes of sensory pleasure you get from eating their flesh, or the animal's whole entire existence, everything they've ever known, or the 15 minutes of pleasure?
You don't have to sell it to us.
Right, but then what is that barrier that you need to get over to stop aligning your actions and your morals?
A lot of it is convenience, but I mean, it's like it's small steps. I don't really eat pork, and it partly is because of things like this.
Yeah.
I think I love pigs, and I think, why would I want to eat you?
Absolutely, right.
And you're distanced from sheep. Yeah, I don't eat lamb either. I won't eat a lamb.
Yeah, well, lambs are babies, right?
I know, it's terrible.
Yeah.
But it is bad. I know it's bad.
As ridiculous and drastic as it sounds, it'll never happen. The only way that I think it would work for me would be when you're buying a couple of chicken breasts to see the murdered chicken on the, like they do with cigarettes. Damaged lungs.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go near it, and it would.
Yeah, go into your brain.
It would implant it in my head. Yeah.
But at the moment, we don't have that. We don't have that. But you still do know that that chicken has been killed either in a gas chamber or been live shackled upside down and have the throat slit. So you're not somebody that needs that packaging because you've already identified with the victims and seen this. So why not just not buy that and buy the plant-based chicken instead?
I do both, to be honest.
I do. Yeah, I've got.
We both do. I do, but we are not the worst offenders around here.
So you said convenience, and I want to explore this a little bit more, right? We have so many plant-based options in Germany and also in the UK. So maybe what needs to happen is just try some of the alternatives, find out which are the ones you love and which ones you're going to buy again and again.
Yeah.
And just make those.
Do that with
those
veggie sausages.
Right. Yeah.
And corn sausages. I love them.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's like I've been working all day, and it's been a tough one, and I've got to stop by the store on the way home, and I go in, and I'm like, I'm not in the mood for salad.
But you don't have to eat
and
salad,
I'm not in the mood for tofu.
But you don't have to just eat salad and tofu.
We're not the honestly. We are not bad. We are not bad people. We still eat the little animals sometimes.
I know it sounds ridiculous, but meat is for the conscience. That sounds totally contradictory.
you know, I do feel bad about it sometimes, but I'm also just a realist. Life's messy and shit, and it's not always. You do bits and pieces of what you can.
Right.
If you can be really, really pure and true, you're really, you know, you're lucky you can do that. Life isn't like that, and sometimes you're on a path and you're going down that thing, and something knocks you, and all of a sudden you're back down and doing something you didn't necessarily want to do because that's just life.
But
eating something which is already packaged in a thing in a supermarket, picking it up, it's not the biggest crime. If I had to go out and kill these animals,
but why is it packaged in the supermarket in the first place? Why is it there?
Convenience.
No, it's because there's the demand for it. And when you go into the supermarket, you pick up the steak and you put it in your basket.
Yeah, but
what you do is
I don't eat or don't drink.
You
I go
replace.
into the supermarket, they're still there.
But it's supply and demand. It's a supply and demand. The only reason the products are in the supermarket in the first place is because consumers like yourself create the demand to buy them, and that creates a chain where another animal is killed to do you see what I mean? To get in that place. Using the argument that it's just there in the first place is not.
It's not cutting it with you, is it?
Well, it's not true. It's only there because there are consumers that buy it. Do you see what I mean? And by purchasing it, your money is directly saying take the place from another one.
I'd buy something else.
Well, yeah, that's
but
true.
But it is there.
Right, but you don't have to buy it.
You don't
have to pay your money.
I don't always buy it.
No, well.
I sometimes buy it.
I can tell speaking to both of you that you already know. You know, you don't need to see this footage. You know what happens, and like you said, you are conscious about it.
That's what I mean. It's like it's saying like if you get if you had like fags and you had like you know, dead chicken head on the front of it, you might go like that. I mean, we don't smoke anymore either. We used to smoke.
Yeah.
We don't eat pork because actually I like pigs. So
they're beautiful. They're lovely animals.
Step.
Yeah, absolutely. But just like you like pigs, and pigs are lovely.
Or lambs. I won't eat a lamb.
But so are cows. So are chickens. You know, they're all sentient.
I don't like cows though.
Yeah, but I don't like snakes. Doesn't mean I want to put them in a slaughterhouse and hang them upside down and slit their throats. You know what I mean?
It's like I don't want snake's blood.
Well, absolutely, but just
too close to worms.
You don't have to like an animal to not want it to be in a slaughterhouse. Just quickly, we haven't really talked about dairy and eggs here. Do you know about the dairy industry?
I don't drink milk anymore.
Yeah.
I have almond milk.
Yeah,
cereal.
nice.
But I do like cheese.
Yeah, and do you know about the dairy industry? Do you know what happens?
Yeah, it's not really. I don't like this. It just seems like there's hormones involved.
Yeah, and why does a cow produce milk? That's always a good place to start.
Yeah, a lot of it. You know, there's just too much.
Why does a cow produce milk?
Well, normally to feed its young.
Maybe, yeah. And every cow that is milked in the milk industry has a baby who they gave birth to, who was then forcibly separated.
Yeah, I don't really like that.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, that, again, that's what I mean. You know, it's like, you might get the lightning bolt of like, bang, that's it, I'm a vegetarian. Or it might just happen to you slowly. I feel as if it's happening to me slowly. And I might, in 5 years' time, there's every likelihood that I won't eat any meat or animal products. But it's...
But how many more animals have to die before you make that choice? And listen, reducing is great, and I'm never going to stand here and say that people that haven't done what you've done, which is reduced, isn't a good thing. It totally is. But often we have to think about this from the perspective of the victim involved. If we think about other social justice issues, you know, for example, let's say someone was abusing dogs, let's say in the exact same way, would we be comfortable if someone had come here and said, you know what, guys, I only abuse one dog a week these days. Would we be comfortable with that? No. We'd want it to end altogether, right?
We are distanced from the factory farming of animals, so therefore your brain doesn't. We get it packaged, cleaned, in a little bit of cellophane, take it home and cook it.
Yeah.
There's not. What can you do about that? That's how it's presented to you. So you've been
brainwashed.
Kept away from it. Yeah, you've been brainwashed by it. You have to really think about thinking, I'm not going to eat that anymore.
Yeah, absolutely.
So in my defence and Kira's defence, and I've seen the little chickens going down there.
Yeah, this is the egg industry. So this is all male baby chicks don't produce eggs.
I know.
So this is what happens.
I saw that.
Just think about that last question that I posed to you, which is, yes, reducing is great, but try and look at it from the perspective of the victim involved, and what would they want? And maybe that might influence that, you know, that one chicken that you eat a week, or that, you know, one, I don't know, what block of cheese that you have every month or something like that.
I don't think chickens really know what the fuck's going on.
No, they're sentient and conscious, and they can feel pain. Do you think chickens can feel pain?
Oh yeah.
Do you think they can suffer?
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Do you think they?
But as a want, what does a chicken really want?
Well,
chicken doesn't know what it wants.
Well, that might be true, but I'm guessing if you hurt them, they will not want that, right? I think we can say that for certain, right?
Hurt it, no.
Right, absolutely. But these industries do hurt them every day, systematically. This is the definition of abuse,
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to eat it.
Go and have your nice falafel. I'll let you go. Nice to meet you both, Olivia. And you were. And you were?
Satan.
Satan. Right.
Satan the chicken killer.
Satan the chicken killer. Right, Satan the chicken killer. Have a lovely day, okay? Hello. Do you know what we're showing on the screen today?
Something about veganism, I guess.
Yeah, well, we're all vegan, but what we're showing is the meat, dairy and egg industries, as well as wool and leather, and what happens to the animals. And what does it make you feel when you see animals being treated this way?
Not good.
It's horrible, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about you? How does it make you feel? Yeah, it's... Yeah, would you say that this is animal cruelty?
For sure.
Right, yeah.
For sure.
And do you think it's necessary to eat animal products today in 2023?
Not so much.
Yeah. Well, everybody here has been living various lengths of time vegan, some of us for multiple years.
Yeah.
So the question then becomes, if it's not necessary to consume these animals anymore, and we've recognized that it's animal cruelty, why would we keep on paying for it to happen?
People are used to it.
I just like to eat the meat.
Ah, okay, yeah. And you've tried?
I tried.
And why did you go back to eating meat?
I want to eat, but I choose less meat.
Okay, so you're like reducing? Yeah, okay, I understand. And did you say that you went back because you just wanted to, or was there a specific reason that you went back to eating meat?
Just feel I want to eat some meat.
Yeah, okay. You admitted earlier that it's cruel. So what do you think the animals would want you to do? What do you think they would be saying to you if they had a voice? Do you think they'd be saying, eat me? No, probably not.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes it's worth, maybe the next time you are buying the meat or you're going to a restaurant or something, just having a think about it and just asking yourself, is the 15 minutes of sensory pleasure that I'm going to get from eating this animal, is it worth their whole entire existence? Because it is their whole entire existence, everything they've ever known, right? And they die in slaughterhouses, they get a bolt gun to the head, and it's a horrific process from the minute they're born really to the end of their lives, and it's a short one. They're all killed at a fraction of their lifespan. So maybe it might be worth just having a think about it, yeah, and just really asking, when there are so many amazing options, why would I still choose to pay for something that's cruel? Sometimes that can be quite powerful, yeah, and empowering as well. Because a lot of what happens here goes on behind closed doors, and we don't see about it. The industries have to hide this from us, otherwise nobody would buy their products. They put stickers on like humane and free range and ethical, but at the end of the day, all the animals will go to the slaughterhouse and they'll be hung upside down and they'll have their throats slit.
You have a great tattoo there.
Oh, thank you.
Can I take a picture?
Yeah, absolutely. I got it
like
in October.
Oh yeah. It's so nice. I really like pigs. They're so cute.
They are, and they're so intelligent.
Yeah,
They're actually supposed to be like as intelligent as a 3-year-old human child. And in a way, what we do to pigs is actually some of the most cruel abuse and cruelty. In the UK, where I'm from, 88% of pigs die through a method called carbon dioxide gassing, where they stun them. Yeah. Listen, not all vegan products are good. Some of them are really bad, but the animals want us to keep going, and there'll be bumps in the road. If you do go back to trying veganism, take it one day at a time. I think humans don't do very well by saying something to themselves like, okay, from now on I'm going to be vegan for the rest of my life. It doesn't work like that. Just go, okay, next meal I might get the plant-based option, or today, tomorrow, and then by you'll have done a week like that. So yeah, keep going, please.